Good morning, students. I am Ekta, and today we are going to continue with the chapter The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. So, let us continue with the chapter with paragraph 7. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart out into Rag Cafe from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. So the paragraph is about the eve of 15th August 1947 when India gained independence. This was a very auspicious occasion, and Bismillah Khan got an opportunity to welcome the nation on this occasion by playing Shehnai. He poured his heart out. He just gave out all his heart. He just taken out all his feelings to show the nation that how happy the people were, how happy he himself was. So playing this Shehnai was a gesture of happiness, and he played this Shehnai through Rag Kafi. Rag Rag Kafi is a rag in Hindustani classical music which he played through Shehnai. And one of the audience on that occasion was, of course, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. This Tryst of Destiny speech was given by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and these words means a secret deal with something that has been destined to us. That means our destiny has given us this freedom. So this speech was referred to that freedom. Paragraph 8. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. So Bismillah Khan has not only entertained the audience of India, but he has gone to many foreign countries also. And his first trip abroad was to Afghanistan. Uh, at first, he went to give some performance to some foreign country, was Pakistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken in. Taken in means impressed by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. So this King Zahir Shah, he was so impressed with his music that he gave him so costly Persian carpets and other reminders or the remembrances. Souvenirs means something which reminds you of something. The king of Afghanistan was not only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music, and king of Afghanistan, King Zahir Shah, was not only one in the world or in any foreign country who could, impress with his music. But film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah's play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Goonj Uthi Shehnai. So this film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed with his music of Shehnai, which he heard at an occasion, that he given the title of his next movie on the name of Shehnai, and the title was Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit, and one of Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya. So he also had a song in this movie, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chart buster. Means it became a best-selling song, best-selling recorded song, or record breaker it became. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to two. So, though he got a lot of success in this field, celluloid word means the film word or the word of cinema, but still his projects in film industry were limited to only two. One was Vijay Bhatt's Gunjuti Shehnai and Vikram Srinivasan's Kannada venture Sannadi Appanna. So only these two were his projects in film industry, and the reason he gave for this was that he said that I just can't come into terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world. He says with emphasis. So he lays stress on the fact that he cannot adjust with the artificiality and the glamour, this shining word he cannot adjust with. Paragraph 9. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. So Bismillah Khan got a lot of awards and recognition. It was not difficult for him to attract awards since he was uh, such a brilliant Shehnai player. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, and in Osaka Trade Fair. So these were some of the famous places where he gave his performances. So well known did he became internationally that an auditorium in Tehran is a place in Iran, was named after him, Tahar Mosiki Tahar Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. So, an auditorium in Iran, in Tehran, a place in Iran. So, this auditorium was named after him. Paragraph 10. National awards like the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan, and the Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. So, he received these three famous awards also. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. In 2001, he received the highest award, the topmost award which existed in India, that was Bharat Ratna, that is Bharat Ratna award. With the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness, he said, I would like to say is, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music. So when he received this Bharat Ratna award, he was feeling so happy. There was a sort of shining in his eyes because this was a coveted award. Coveted means greatly desired. This award was greatly desired by so many, and when he receives this award, so what suggestion he gives to the people of India, that people of India should ask their children to learn Hindustani music, because Hindustani music is so rich. Even West is now recognizing our music, and we ourselves are not recognizing the Hindustani music. Paragraph 12. In spite of having travelled all over the world, Khan Sahib, as is fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Banaras and Demraun, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. So, wherever he travels, he had travelled even to so many foreign countries, but still his two favorite places are only in India, and they were Banaras and Demraun. Banaras is where he learnt music, and Demraun is the place where he was born, and he was so much attached to his birthplace. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Banaras by replicating the temples there. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport river Ganga as well. So one of his students wanted him to start a Shehnai school in America, but he said no. He even proposed that student of his even proposed that he will create the same atmosphere which he prefers in Banaras. He will replicate, means make a copy of the temples there, same as Banaras. But then he counter argued him by saying whether he would be able to bring Ganga also to that place. So that means he was so attached not only to his birthplace or where he learned the music, but also to the river Ganga. Later, he is remembered to have said, "That is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Banaras and the holy Ganga. And while in Banaras, I miss the unique mutt of Demarao." So he says that, you know, whenever I am in a foreign country, so I keep on yearning. Yearning means I long to see Hindustan. I have a desire to see Hindustan. And whenever I am in Mumbai, I want to go to Banaras and see Holy Ganga. And whenever I am in Banaras, I miss the temples of Dimraon, my birthplace, where he used to receive laddu for laddu of 1.25 kg, the same place. He misses that place. Paragraph 13. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India, one that effortlessly accepts that a devout Muslim like him can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. So his life is a very perfect example of brotherhood, where religion does not come between one's love for all. So he was a devout Muslim. Devout means he was a Muslim who will believe strongly in his religion. He was a Muslim who will follow Islam. But still, that would not stop him to play Shehnai in the Kashi Vishwanath temple. So this shows that he did not have the barriers of religion in his mind. He was a true Indian. So this was the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan, and this is the impression we all get from his life. He passed away on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness. He was given a state funeral, and the government of India declared one day of national mourning. So, children, we can see that he was such a respectable person that government of India gave him state funeral and even declared a one day of mourning on his death. Here we come to the end of the lesson. Thank you, students.